Hello everyone. I just wanted to make a follow-up video showing you how to completely disassemble the Chinese Norinco Model 213A. This is a copy of the Tokarev made by China, and it is 9mm, as you can see there, and it has a double stack magazine. So that's kind of a rare, as far as I can tell, it's kind of rare. Now I'm just going to get right into it. I'm just going to show you how to take it apart without using any tools, just with the parts you have here. So this clip needs to be pushed to the left as you see it to allow the slide stop to fall free. So I'm just going to push that with the heel of the magazine there. You can see that clip is now ready to come off, so I can slide that back with my thumbnail. You can see how it just slides there. And then if you just manipulate the slide slightly backwards, the pin just drops free. So it's similar to the 1911, although it doesn't have to be in a specific, you don't have to line up anything specific to remove it, because there's no corresponding notch. It'll just come out, and that's the whole purpose of this clip here. Now I'm going to grab the recoil spring and guide rod so it doesn't come flying out, and set the frame down. So I'll get that guide rod, pull it to the rear, and you've seen these videos, but the barrel bushing turns 180 degrees, and that allows that to, you can wiggle that free, and then the swinging link there, push that up, and that allows the barrel to come free. So there's something that I just wanted to point out that I kind of discovered. I'm just going to cock this. Makes it easier for me to mess with the weapon here. So I call this a fire control group. I'm not sure the real name of it. So you can see that it has a serial number ending in 1175. The slide has the same serial number ending in 1175. The barrel has an 1175 on it. Even the magazine has 1175. The fire control group, I'm not sure how well you can see that. It's not stamped, it's like engraved in there. I'm not sure if the light catches, that's why I'm moving it, so you can maybe catch it. It'll say 1175 there. And again, I'm looking through the viewfinder, so it's kind of hard to tell if that's clear or not. But it does have an 1175 there. And I was kind of surprised to find 1175 on the barrel bushing. Hopefully that shows up there. Okay, and then I couldn't find any serial numbers on these, but I didn't look at them with magnifying glasses. But so all these parts here are serialized, and all you have left is the recoil spring, guide rod, and the little end plug, and then the slide stop pin there. So those are the only two parts that do not have the serial number. Well, and then if you want to count the trigger and the grip panels, now I'll show you how to remove those. Now it's kind of, I'm going to try to do it, and sometimes I might be proven wrong here, but I was able to do it just with the slide stop. So it's free, but it's kind of a, I was able to move it, to free it, but now I got to pop it out, and it's kind of hard to pop out. There we go. So you can see what I was doing was I was sliding this. See how these wings extend past, so they catch on the underside of the grip there. So what I'm trying to do is get this here and this little spot and move it, sideways there to free that. Now the right side grip panel is similar, but you can see this piece of metal that it's kind of parallel to the bottom of the pistol there. Now I'm going to put the slide stop on that little ring there, and then I'm going to put my thumb through the bottom of the magazine well and push on it. And you can see how it rotated from being flat to this way, and then that allows that panel to come off. And I'm not sure how well you're going to see this with the light, but there is like a spring. Well, it's a flat piece of steel acting as a spring. So when I push down on that, you'll see how the trigger just comes out. So that drops free. And then the actual spring, or I'm not sure what this is called, but it acts as a spring. So there, the pistol's broken down completely. As far as I'm going to take it down, I'm not going to remove the mag release mechanism, or I'm not going to mess with the safety there. But it's broken out pretty well. I mean, you can really clean this. Now, I haven't even fired it yet. I've had it for about 2 weeks, but you know, you can really get in there and clean it very well. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to put it back together. This little clip here, this end in particular hooks on the back of a little dowel or pin, and I'm not sure if you can see that in the back of the grip there, but there is a little pin that goes there horizontally, and I apologize, I don't have the best light here, but I think I got it in place. So it's there, spring loaded there, and then the trigger just goes right into place there. And again, I'm looking at the viewfinder, so I'm not actually looking at the pistol, so it's kind of hard to determine what I'm doing here. But so now that you just push that in, it'll kind of clip in place. So there we go. And then the rest of the assembly is in reverse order. Now if you get confused, because the grips, they look like they can go this way or this way, but just know that the star always points to the top. So this is the right-handed grip, and you could tell very obviously which one is which, because this one has a cutout for the lanyard loop there. So this one, the star points to the top, so that's going to go on there like that. And you need to make sure you kind of snap it in there, and you'll definitely hear it snap when you get it in place. There we go. So it's snapped into place, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the slide stop, put it in the hole on the left side this time, and push down, push from the bottom. Try this again. Now you can see that was pointing downward. Now it's flat, so it's catching on both sides of the inside of the grip. The left side one's a little bit more difficult. I've had trouble with that using the slide stop. So just in case I can't get it, forgive me. I'm just showing you that it can be done. I can see that there's a gap there, so you got to get it just right, or else you won't be able to put the grip on. And again, these are just fit just perfect, but I think that might be good enough. So let's see. I might make a fool out of myself here, or might show you what I was trying to show you. So I'm not sure if I got it there. It looks like it needs a little bit more, and this is kind of tough because the grip has to be fully seated to be able to do this. And I'm trying to do this in the air and in front of the viewfinder, and I'm not so sure if I'm able to get it. So I'm going to cheat and just use the tweezers, but because they're pointy. And so I was able to slide that in there. I think you could see it there. So I was able to slide that forward, and now the grips are installed. So I think it's a very clever pistol that, you know, there's no screws or anything that you need any special tools for to take it all the way apart. And like I said, it can be done with the slide stop. Again, this panel gives me a little bit of difficulty doing that, but I haven't practiced it enough. But it can be done without any tools. So in order to put it back together, I put the fire control group just drop that in place there. Set that down. Take the slide, barrel, place that there with the swinging link up. You can see the guide rod has a little groove cut out of it, and that goes in the underside of the barrel. So I'm just going to put that in place. Now this is how I do it. You know, you can do it how you want, but that's how I do it. So make sure that this is pointing straight down, so it's going to line up with this hole there. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but I'll try to do it in the viewfinder there. So I believe that's lined up, and you don't have to line up the slide in any particular position. You just got to get that swinging link to line up with this hole, and then that'll just drop into place. And it doesn't matter what position the slide's in. You can just push this clip up, and you can see that it's caught there now. So now with the barrel, you know, just with the slide clipped into place, the slide stop. What I do is I push the plunger down, and then I put the barrel bushing on. Of course, it goes on 180 degrees. And then you can see that because this piece is kind of wide, it catches that little thing on the end there. I'm not sure what you'd call it, but it catches that. I have it just right where it's not going to go together. So let's see. There we go. So it just kind of got caught on something. So when you see how when you pull it all the way, it just pops right into place. So that's the pistol assembled. Now it does have a magazine safety, and I was going to show you something. So, and again, I've said this before. I don't like to dry fire my pistols. So, let me just show you something. So I got some dummy rounds here. I'm going to put them in, and just two. So I'll insert the magazine, and you'll see the round there. It's stripped it in place. Now I'm going to eject it there. You'll see that it came out. I'm not sure if you saw it. I think you could catch it, but it did pop out. And then the other one, I'm trying to do this where you can see it. It did eject both of them, and it locked to the rear. Now, I have a Browning high power. I read online that the high power magazines work with this 213A, this Norinco Tokarev. So I'm going to set this aside here. So I just want to show you this is the magazine for the Browning high power. So that round was chambered. There you go. And then that round came out. So this is the magazine that belongs with the Browning high power. So I'm going to load this magazine up with the two dummy rounds, with the two snap caps. And the magazine does stay in place, but it's very loose. And so when I go to chamber around, it sometimes chambers. See, this one did not chamber. You can still see the round in there because the magazine moves too much. If I push it up, and I'm actually going to hold it with my pinky while I do this. See, it's caught there. So I might be able to modify this magazine, but I'm not going to. You know, it came with one magazine, and I'm okay with that. So possibly with some modification, a Browning high power magazine will work, because I did get it to chamber around, and I've practiced it several times, and every once in a while it'll chamber around, but it's not 100% reliable. So I'd have to see how I can modify this one. But like I said, I'm not going to, because I have two magazines for the high power, and I bought a second one when I bought this pistol, and I'm not going to mess up those magazines. If I find another high power magazine cheap, then maybe I'll try to modify one to make it compatible with a 213A, because I did find a 213A magazine, but they wanted over $150 for it, and I think that's just a lot. Like, that's a crazy asking price for just a magazine. Anyway, I just wanted to share some additional information on how to completely disassemble the Chinese Tokarev, the Model 213A. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the video and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.